Have you ever met someone and you felt instantly drawn to them without a single word spoken? You don't know why, you guys have never talked, but something about the way they carry themselves, something just clicks. You see, that's body language doing what words can never do. Here's the truth. People form an opinion of you before you have even said a single word. And in this video, I'm gonna show you how to be that person. The one that people graduate towards before you've even said hello. Most people think powerful speaking starts with powerful words. They obsess over what to say, how to say it, or which clever phrase might finally impress the room. But let me tell you something uncomfortable. The moment you open up your mouth, you've already been heard. Before a single word escapes your lips, your body has already delivered the full message. And that is the real speech. The speech before the speech. And if you want to speak well, you don't just need to master words, you need to master presence. And that begins with the language that your body has been speaking with since birth. Language is relatively new to us, and long before we ever spoke in full sentences, we're speaking with eyes, posture, and presence. That's why babies can communicate long before they can talk, without learning grammar or vocabulary. A baby can tell you when they're hungry, scared, curious, or joyful. They stretch out their hands, they frown, they smile. You don't have to sit down and teach them nonverbal communication. It's woven into our DNA. Nonverbal language is not taught. It's instinct. It's the primal code of connection that we're all born fluent in. You don't have to teach a baby how to reach for comfort. You don't have to teach a child how to mirror your laughter or fear. Their bodies speak because their bodies were made to speak first, and so were yours. Body language isn't optional. It's our default setting. It's how we have survived. It's how we have bonded, and it's still till this day how we communicate most effectively. You see, the human brain devotes substantial neural resources to recognizing faces, emotions, posture, micro movements, the tension behind the eyes, and overall body language. Because reading these cues it's not a luxury. It's something that has been essential for human connection and survival. That's why you can understand what someone is saying without them saying a single word. Over 90% of human communication is nonverbal, and yet, what do we rehearse before a presentation? The words. What do we obsess over before an interview? The perfect sentence. But here's what the brain actually registers first: your smiles, your hesitation, your mannerisms, your posture, your overall gesture. I say this all the time in interviews. People become robotic. Their smiles are delayed, their eyes are glued to their screen, their hands remain frozen. We lose the most fundamental aspects of communication the moments that we need it the most. Because under pressure, the body forgets what it knows so well with ease. Our brains haven't changed much in over 200,000 years, but spoken language as we know it has only been around for a tiny fraction of that time. Meanwhile, our brains have spent millennia in reading movement, emotions, and energy. The human brain devotes more neural real estate to processing facial expressions and body languages than it does any other social task. Our words are just the caption, and the body is the headline, the billboard on the highway of human interaction. It flashes before the fine print even has the chance. So, when you walk into the room, before the handshake, before the pitch, before your words even land, the body has already made its case. That's why you can meet someone and instantly feel like you trust them, or don't, before they've even said a word. You're not vibing by accident. You're reading an ancient signal that your brain was meant to decode. So, don't just rehearse your lines, Rehearse your presence. Choreograph your message. Rehearse your stillness, your pauses, your gestures, your eye contact. Because all of that, all of it, speaks long before you do. Long before your voice enters the room, your body already has. It whispers confidence or insecurity, warmth or distance, presence or absence. The truth is, we spent too long worshiping the sentence and ignoring the signal. But if you really want to speak like a master, you need more than words. You need intention in your posture. You need rhythm in your movement. You need to trust your stillness. Because that's the kind of speech that people remember. Not because it was perfect, but because it felt real. Because your body didn't just deliver the message, your body became the message. As you prepare the words that will come out of your mouth, so must you also prepare the gestures that will carry those words. So the next time that you speak and you give your words permission to exit your lips, remember that your words are only a quarter of the story. The remainder 75% is already being told in your hands, in your eyes, in your posture, in your presence. Speak like you mean it, but more importantly, let your body mean it too. When your body and your words move in harmony, you don't just speak, you command. You don't just inform people, you transfer energy. And that's when people don't just remember what you have said, they remember exactly how it felt to listen. That's the version of you that the world can't ignore. Dear friends, it has been my pleasure spending this moment with you. Thanks for watching.